everybody, welcome to day 683 of Rhys' stories. And today I'm going to be reading you the second last chapter in this book called Kingfishers, called The Trout. Martin sat on his branch by the river and waited for a fish. His partner was in the nest with the chicks who had been born recently and were always terribly hungry. Martin therefore had to find some food as soon as possible, but he's not worried as there's always food for everyone in the river. A nice little fish appeared, but crash bang! What's that noise? It's made the fish swim away, exclaimed Martin. A bit annoyed, he looked around. There were two young bears playing and jumping off fallen tree branches. They ran to the river bank and dived into the water, making splashes, and there was a mother bear too. Well, boys, today I'll show you how to catch fish, she told her cubs. If you continue with this hubbub, the fish will swim away. A little further down there is a nice little place to catch fish, shouted Martin to Mother Bear. If you want, I can also help you to fish. Really? Asked the curious bear. And how can a little fellow like you help us bears to fish? Said Mother Bear, smiling. Well, I'm here on the branch over the water, and when I see a fish big enough for you, I'll call. Then you are ready to catch it. Yes, nice idea, commented one of the bears. It will be fun. The bears ran down the river towards the place Martin had indicated. The kingfisher hoped that they would leave him in peace and that he could take at least one little fish to his chicks. But then he saw a big shiny trout just below the surface of the water. Oh dear, it's too big for me, he thought. The bears will eat before my chicks. Fish coming, he called to the bears, and shortly after the trout had been caught. Minutes passed and another big trout. Fish coming, Martin shouted. What bad luck, he thought, a little irritated. Mother Bear came back up the river holding a trout between her teeth. Thank you, little friend, she said, when she arrived next to Martin and laid the fish on the ground. My boys have had a good fishing lesson, so I've brought this trout to say a big thank you. Really? You're giving me a present? Martin answered in amazement. The problem is that it's too big and too heavy for me to take to my chicks, he said sadly. Ah, that's true. I'd not thought about it, murmured Mother Bear, a little disappointed. But listen, tell me where you live. I'll take it there immediately. Martin pointed his beak towards the clay bank, and the bear started running. She arrived at the right point, slipped into the water, stood up on her hind legs, and put the fish in front of the entrance of the kingfisher's nest. Will you eat all of it? And today I'll no longer need to go fishing, Martin said. Thank you so much, Mother Bear, for what? Answered the bear. If you like, we can fish together a few more times. What do you say? Of course, it will be a pleasure, answered Martin. You'll save me a lot of effort. The end. I hope you enjoyed that chapter called The Trout, second last chapter in this book. So tomorrow is the last chapter, which I'll be reading you, called The New Neighbours. And yes, so enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody, and I guess I'll see you all tomorrow for day 684 of Rhys' stories. So bye, everybody. Good luck.